fan of the day, how many times have you seen or heard a hip-hop artist promote a certain product? When most people hear the term hip-hop, they think of the musical form and how it has slowly risen to dominate pop music in the past 20 years. Usually it has influenced many things in our society, such as promoting academic literacy within urban youth, negative influences such as violence and drugs, and also promoting social awareness. Whether negative or positive, its impact on our culture simply cannot be denied. During my presentation, I will be discussing why it's arguably the most influential music genre in the past 20 years. The first issue I will go over is hip-hop promoting education within urban youth. According to the Digest of Education Statistics, during the next decade, the number of ethnic minority teachers will decrease to 5%, while the enrollment of ethnic minority children will increase to 41%. In my opinion, this statistic is very intriguing. Just looking at this statistic alone, you can see that schools are becoming more diverse, and at the same time, minority teachers are decreasing, which is already scarce in the U.S. today. Finding ways to create genuine relationships and also help these students from different backgrounds develop academic skills could be a challenge. Hip-hop could possibly aid in this situation. As seen by English teachers in an article that I researched, they witnessed the impact of hip-hop and the culture on all their students. They saw that students from many different backgrounds were influenced by the culture of hip-hop and academically enhanced their critical and analytical skills. Another author by the name of Jaru, whose work primarily highlights the negative aspects of the youth culture, such as violence, misogyny, mistrust, and drugs, also argued that hip-hop music should be considered by educators because of the powerful messages it portrays. Whether good or bad, it greatly reflects the lives of urban youth. It was also argued that hip-hop texts, like literature texts, could be used to learn literary terms and concepts because it, being rich in imagery and metaphor, can be used to teach diction, tone, and point of view. Hip-hop and academic literature could ultimately be used as an alternative to better connect with urban youth. The next issue I present to you is hip-hop promoting negativity such as violence and infidelity. As most of you may know, hip-hop, for the most part, promotes a negative connotation. The question why hip-hop is violent and disrespectful has frequently been asked. Hip-hop is a reflection of young people and what they have experienced. The impact of negative influences is great in the urban youth culture. Expensive cars, flashy clothes, and other material goods are items of status in our society, and in the hip-hop world, it determines a person's worth. Selling drugs, robbery, breaking and entering are all reasonable means to an end for many young people in America. Another reason why hip-hop is so violent and disrespectful is because of its roots. It stems from gangster rap, which publicly denounced law enforcement and police and government authority. This soon became the norm in many urban culture. As this viewpoint established in urban communities, being an outlaw that defies authority was not only accepted but also the norm. Another common theme in hip-hop is that sex is a commodity with typically little to no appreciation for the idea of romance or fidelity. The bottom line is glamour sells, violence sells, and graphic sex sells. Another concept that sells and is widely accepted in hip-hop culture is the exploitation of women, where women are disrespected and called explicit names. Adult culture is outraged by this behavior, but you must take into account that hip-hop culture is a reflection of the larger society demonstrated without the usual norm. My last issue I will discuss kind of coincides with my previous issue, and that is hip-hop promoting social awareness. Although mainstream hip-hop today is focused on primarily opulence and material goods, there are still some artists that bring awareness to the tragedies and shortcomings that are universal in urban communities today. During the 1990s, gangster rap emerged, and this genre, as noted previously, was and still is a reflection of inner-city youth. Artists such as Tupac, Biggie, and NWA expressed the sentiment and reality for many young African American men in the inner city, and also brought to light prejudice and neglect among minority communities. As noted before, hip hop today is pretty much all about materialistic things and lacks the substance it formerly had. But there are still some artists today that push social awareness in the likes of Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Lupe Fiasco, just to name a few. In conclusion, hip-hop has become a lifestyle to many young people in the world today, especially in urban areas. It embodies both creativity and controversy. Whether positive or negative, the influence hip-hop has had in modern culture is tremendous, as explained with it promoting academic literacy throughout urban youth, promoting negativity such as violence and drugs, and also promoting social awareness. In my opinion, there is no other music genre that comes close to the impact of hip-hop, and this is why it's arguably the most influential genre in the past 20 years. Thank you.
Audience.